Doing out there. First things first. My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. And today we're starting the project on the ambient light projection sunbather. I sound a little tired because I feel very dizzy right now. Very, very dizzy. Alright, so I want to get this out of the way because, as I said before, once I get something in my head, it has to be done. And I want to see how this is going to pan out. Alright, so let me come out of this real quick. What is all this going on over here? There we go. Come out of that. I need to come over into here. And I need to come over into here. And I need to come over into here. Alright. Wow, it's doing it automatically from the door. That's awesome. Okie dokie, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, so we're building the ambient light projection sunbather. I already went downstairs and cut out my wood and everything needed to build this. And where's one of my baggy blue shirts? Can I ever find any of my baggy blue shirts? Let me see what I got going over here. Is it a baggy blue shirt? Yeah, it's a baggy blue shirt. Yeah, I'll take this one. Or a black baggy shirt. I like to be comfortable. Alright, so that's what we're building today. And this one's going to have challenges attached to it. Woohoo! Alright, so let's get this started. Now mind you, I can't use this on a rainy day because I have not built any form of covering for it. I'm not building any kind of covering for it. And that's later on I decide to build an outer box for this thing. What do I think I am? I think I'm going to build an outer box for my smaller projectors. I'm going to build one of those. So first things first, let's get our window open. And I already got the wood measured out. How I want to build it and start designing it. You guys are way too high up. Let's bring it down a little bit more. And get you to the window at least. There we go. I'll put you over there for right now. And I want to see exactly how far out this is going to be. I don't want it that far out. That's way too far out. Let's see if I brought an ink pen with me. A pen or something on me. Did I bring in the markers upstairs? No markers? Why do I forget the stuff that I need? Alright, I need to see exactly. This is too far out. Where do I want to put it? Right about right there. Right there would be perfect. That wouldn't be too far out. Alright, I'll be back. I gotta go make some cuts real quick. cuts real quick. Feels good though. And this is the bottom of it right there. Just to make sure my projector is going to sit on there, plenty of room. This is just the bottom piece, that's not the top. It's the bottom. Okay. I used to have a box of many screws. None of my screws are all over the place. I used to have all my stuff organized. I don't organize my stuff that much. If you build it, they will come. Well, we have to be on the opposite side of this, depending on how big the screws are going to drop in. We're just going to leave me a little bit hanging out from there to there. So, we're going to have to put this up here like so. Then we're going to put this here. Here like so. Right there. Mine, this is the bottom of it, not the top. This is the bottom, not the top. Then we're going to have to vice versa. Put it this way. The bottom here. The bottom here. But I need for the screws to run down, but they're going to stick out just a little bit. Trying to get something where I don't have the screws sticking out too far down. I don't want a bird to go up underneath of it and there be a screw sticking out and him get pricked by the screw. I don't want that nonsense. Let me see. This is about a good size here. But that's maybe too much. So, I have a bit of some good news and a bit of some bad news. First, the bad news. I will not be building a 300-inch screen in my backyard. I won't be building anything in my backyard. And the good news is, I got babies. Apparently, from feeding my animals since March 11th, they have basically started, I guess, habitating whatever my backyard, and there are little ones back there now. And I'm not going to go back there and disturb their peace of mind just to set up a giant screen and do demonstrations. So, backyard is now declared theirs, and from there I'm going to be building me a giant massive sanctuary for the little buggers back there, involving all kinds of servers and network cameras, because I have a lot of wildlife friends on my other Facebook forum channels that would like to see them actually moving about in their habitat. So that's what's going to happen in the backyard. And I know it sounds kind of crazy and all, but I told you I'm in the process of, basically my real estate agent just contacted me today. I'm in the process of buying me a bigger house, 4 acres of land, so I can basically build my stuff that I want to build. And I was actually in the process of buying this house and giving it to someone, but I decided to buy them another house and give them to that one, and I'm going to buy this house and keep the backyard so I can have full control of the property and have it designed for basically, I guess, anyone who's basically into, they love animals, they get free rent. You just got to take care of the animals, that's all. Trust me, we're going to do graphic interviews and stuff like that to make sure, but they'll get free rent, they'll get to stay here, and they'll basically has to take care of the animals in the back, which we will be checking up quite a bit on. So, like I said, they got the backyard now, it's theirs. And I'm just going to basically just do my demonstrations up on the deck. That's basically about it. All right, I guess it's not considered bad news. I mean, yeah, I got little ones back there now to take care every day. Awesome. All right, got my little ones to take care of. Yeah. In the background. So just gave up an entire backyard to some birds and animals? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I like the idea of it all. Like the idea of it all. Alright, so let's begin this project and get it out of the way because I am dizzy as I don't know what. And right now I just want to be on my massager, relaxing with a hot cup of tea, watching a Western right now. That's where I want to be. Want to be there, want to be there. On my chair, relaxing. Actually, I have somebody already in mind. Perfect. She's a good Christian woman, and she's perfect. Perfect for the job. Perfect. Absolutely perfect for the job. My squirrel's going to go eat. Go eat. There's plenty of food. There's plenty of food. I am bunny with a bushy tail. So I just saw an Amazon truck go past my house. That's got to be my bird food. That's definitely got to be the bird food. Thought about it. I can do something, move out of here, do something really good for this property. I mean, we already got a good amount of wildlife in the back. I mean, I'm thinking about donating for military vets, something real nice, you know, room and board or something cool out of it. I'm gonna do something cool with it, but something that could go to help other people out. That's what we're gonna do. All right, so let's begin. Can finish this off, but I'm gonna figure out what to do because. I want to do something where people can enjoy the animals in the back, and yeah, I'm going to do something nice with this right here. Because I'm in the process of buying this house, and I already got another house I'm looking at right now. Once I get the other house, I may be declaring my retirement, beginning of my retirement. Because I doubt if you see the way this place I'm buying, and you won't see it on camera, it is quite massive. Trust me, what I just went through with this whole mold poisoning and getting sick and these people making me like this, yeah, I'm getting me a house. I'm not planning to die in this house. This house is going to be quite huge. But anyway, this house right here is a beautiful blessing. I always got another bigger blessing for me. and I'll be to go out there and build myself a nice little big animal sanctuary, feed my squirrels. I have plenty of squirrels out there. I probably have some different wildlife out there, which would be kind of cool. That'd be real nice. Real nice. And then I can probably get a couple big dogs too, because I've been dying to get my hands on some big dogs. I love pit bulls. I want some bully sons. I love those dogs, boy. A couple of German shepherds. Maybe, if I can, maybe some Irish wolfhounds. I love Irish wolfhounds. Just never had the money to get one, but now things are going to be changing. I might as well get myself an Irish wolfhound, probably about 2 of them. I'll give me a few animals. Maybe an alpaca. I like alpacas. All right, let's get started because you'll have me talking about something other than that. But let's get started on here so I can get this done. All right, so got the stand built. This is the Sunbather. We're going to put our projection screen, our projector outside. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that, it's going to be absolutely crazy. Wow, who does this? Who does stuff like this? Whoa! Having fun, people. Having some fun. So I got to put a little ledge on it because I got to make sure when the projector's on it, it has to be able to see right into the house. And I got to be able to put this right here. You want to hear something interesting? My neighbors are so curious about, none of them, only 2 people in the neighborhood know exactly what I do for a living. The rest of them don't know jack. So every time they see me doing something like this, they go outside and they work on their cars, or they pretend they're tending their grass, or whatever they're doing, right? Just to get an idea to see what I'm doing. Oh well, if it brings some interesting curiosity to their life, whatever, I don't care at the end of the day. All right, so we got to mount this up, and I thought instead of building sides to it, we're going to use some heavy Velcro, industrial Velcro. This stuff is fantastic. To stick it down so I can take it up and stick it into my want. All right, so make sure we have a nice spot here. I'm not going to be leaning too much. I'll be able to fit a wow, that stuttered on those words pretty bad. I got an idea, so I'm going to put it out. Quite fine. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm a bunny with a bushy tail. Don't ask why, it's stuck in my head. Don't even ask why, I don't need to bring it up. Alright, so these are remote controls. I got plenty of these. I got tons of these laying around the house. I have to put them under here because I needed to elevate it just a little bit. So when I put this in, it fits because it's on a bit of a slant. The ledge is, so I have to put that to fill in the gap there so it lays flat. If not, it's going to be slanting down that way. We don't want that at all. Here, do me a favor. If you're going to be watching, at least do something. You might want to hold this for me, please. Oh, I forgot you're on camera. My bad. So let me grab something here that we can put in there. Isn't it interesting how God gives you such amazing ideas to do such amazing things? And also, too, I like to thank the people for coming in and supporting me and basically supporting my company. Did that crazy video, not crazy video, we did that video, blessed through my Lord and Savior, and we got 10 orders that came in from that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But like I said, before you buy from us, do your research. Go do your research. Do your research before you buy from us. See how many people are doing demonstrations on how we do demonstrations. Well, I'm a bunny with a bushy tail. I carry streaks in my pail. I think these should work right here perfectly. They should. I don't want to basically be pressing too much in. Okay, are we there yet? Are we there yet? But I'm going to make sure these are mounted really good. You don't want my projector getting snapped off and hitting the ground. That'd be horrible. Absolutely. All right, I guess these will work. These are pretty long enough, so these are anchored pretty good, right? I think that'll work. Although this would look pretty good. This will go pretty good too. But I'm gonna put this in the middle just in case. What I do is my business, Frank. It is my business. Gotta have fun, people. Gotta have fun. There we go. You're the sunshine of my life. You always make me feel alive. Do 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 do. That seems pretty good, secure. All right. All right. And here's the crazy part. You know what? I should just put one on top of here, just in case to secure that end, and then I can go lock those in. That'll be a lot easier. So that's what I'm gonna do first. I'm gonna drop one of these in and one of these in because that's gonna take a while to press through. So you can make sure, just in case if it doesn't fit right, I can always pull them out and redo them again. So. And then this piece right here is having a problem. That's weird. Wait till they see the freaking drone landing spot that I'm building upstairs. Yeah, I told you I'm putting that together. A drone docking station upstairs. We're turning the upstairs to a drone command center. So I told you a friend of mine, he was in here way back last month. He's an expert on basically modifying and designing drones. That's what he usually does. And he's going to be building 6 of these drones for me. These things aren't going to make a sound at all. And keep in mind, they can be armed. Come on, I'm getting 4 acres of land. I got to have something to be to control the property. So he's building these things for me. And I'm transferring money to his accounts for whatever he needs to put this thing together. And these things are going to be sick. You won't see them coming. There's no blinking lights, no indicators. And they are basically painted with some serious black paint that you can't see. Like that Benta black. Well, not Benta black because you can't get your hands on that. But that 3.0 actually works pretty good. So these things are virtually invisible. And the whole point of what we're building these things are, they're designed to patrol the property, not make any noise, give information back, dock in the docking stations, charge up, and they'll share information when they link in. We'll go to the main servers, and that'll share information between the drones back and forth. So that's what we're working on. So we're going to be doing some interesting work upstairs. None of that will be recorded. You won't get a chance to see any of that. Maybe I might bring the camera outside, and you'll see the drones moving back and forth about the house. And they have to be made virtually invisible because I don't want my neighbors seeing drones moving about the house. Or hovering around the house. Because then the first thing people start saying, like, oh, they're recording us. They're not going to be recording you. They're just monitoring, that's all. It's designed for. A friend of mine has about 18 acres of land, and I was kind of putting it past him that he should have drones patrolling his property because 18 acres is a lot of property to try to keep track of. And it's better if you have drones moving about your property, basically monitoring the situation. Now, when I mean arming the drones with the ability to weaponize them, I'm not talking about weaponizing them with weapons that may harm somebody. I'm talking about non-lethal weapons, as in the way to take something down without killing it, you know. I personally would like to go with tranquilizers, to tell you the truth. But like I said, I need something that's going to control 4 acres of land, and I'm not doing it. So I think drones would be the best bet, and having that docking station built up there where they can self-recharge themselves, and all drones can share information back and forth to the command center, to anybody else that's monitoring the property. I think that's quite nice. So that's what he's building for me. This guy is some kind of genius. I mean, he's an interesting dude, man. But you know what's funny? You find the most interesting brainiac people on the face of the planet working in the weirdest jobs ever. Like, he works in a sneaker store, and I'm like, dude, why? Like, you got all this freaking knowledge in your head, But you could take it to places, man, that I could never even dream of going. And I've met some of the most smartest people on the face of the planet that's working the same job. And they like it. They like where they're at. You know what I mean? They're happy with it. So if you're happy with it, so be it. I mean, I knew this female who basically, she worked for Microsoft. She did encryption coding. Matter of fact, she's still a good friend of mine for about 20 years. And she just left a 7-figure job to just do something, an everyday job. Just something that she was happy there. But you meet the most insane, brainiac people and some of the most interesting places, you know. You meet the most coolest, most down-to-earth people you will ever meet in your life. Don't touch that dog. That dog belongs to somebody. Yeah, that dog belongs to somebody. Yeah, it's on its walk. It goes on its walk like every day. Yeah, I know where you're coming from because I thought the same thing. But yeah, down the street, every day the dog walks itself. No problem. You have a good day. Spiny drones, my neighborhood. Literally. So there's a white dog in the neighborhood that's self-sufficient. It walks itself every day. First time I saw it, I thought the dog was homeless. I called it Marshmallow because it's a big, bright, white dog, right? That just, it looks fluffy. It's a fluffy, looks like a giant marshmallow, right? So, I thought the dog was on its own. I was going to take it in and probably take it in and take care of it and try to track down who the owners were. But eventually I met the owners. So the dog walks from all the way up here, walks itself. Then it comes back, it eats some of the cat food that I have. I started putting out doggy treats for it because it was eating the cat food. So I got doggy treats. It eats the doggy treats. It comes from out of my yard, and then it goes all the way down the street, and it walks up into that house over here. So I thought these people were going to grab the dog. Like, no, that dog belongs to somebody because the people up the street, they own the dog. But we used to have a dog like that back in the day. We had a dog called Tashi. She was a Shih Tzu. And she used to get up, if I pronounced that wrong, I do apologize. But she used to leave out, she would bark, we opened up the door, and Tashi would walk around the neighborhood, go to her certain areas, and everybody in the neighborhood knew who Tashi was. That was our dog. And she would come home. When she was ready to come home, she would bark at the door and we'd let her in. A self-sufficient dog. They walk themselves. But first time I saw it, I was like, ooh, who's a fluffy little dog? And I was kind of worried I'm going to hit by a car, but the dog's very smart. And whoever trained it quite well. That's Amazon. Is that my bird food? Because I don't want the dog to go chew up my bird food. That dog's pretty interesting. Chew up my bird food. Walked past the room. I forgot what I was doing. Yeah, so, we've had it. We had one dog up here. It was walking about that neighborhood, and it didn't have a tag on. The way the dog was running, it was scamping all over the place. So I can tell the dog didn't belong around here. And this nice lady, she tracked it down. We fed her with some hot dogs and got the dog's trust, and she was able to get close enough to it to get the tag on the dog, the number, and she was able to call in the owners to pick it up. But, yeah, that dog right there, he's self-sufficient. God, he does his own thing. Yeah. That's why I said, don't touch that dog. That dog belongs to somebody. Yes, sirree. Most of the people in this neighborhood, I'm not joking when I tell you this, most of the people in this neighborhood are retired police officers, sheriff's department, and I don't know what. There's a lot of them down here. And hope they don't belong to some of the other people down the street. We got bounty hunters on this block too. It's quite a bit because the people who I basically rent the house from, he's an ex-police officer. So it's like, there's a lot of them on this block. A friend of mine had to like that. Majority of his block is all officers. I was like, good gracious. Like every time you walk by, you see that seal in the back of the car, like, wow, like how many? So majority, most of the block down here are officers, and that's what we have down here. So I have non-lethal weapons, you know what I mean? But they're non-lethal, like they're rubber bullets and pepper bullets, and it ain't something I could really, you know, they're used for basically for that purpose. And I bought a couple of them out. I got a couple on order, and I was modifying the clips for them, and I was out on the front with them, you know, and I had a couple cars parked in the house, like 4 or 5 cars coming out, and then the people coming from across the street came out, and that's when I found out later on from the people I rent from that a few of the people in here are basically marshals and so on and so forth. And the guy was like, you know, with everything's going on today, you know, I didn't really think, you know what I mean? You know, and the officer came over and asked me, I said, no, these are pepper and rubber bullets. And he said, okay, cool, got in the car and drove off. Yeah, but they're real nice, they're polite out here, you know. No problems like that. All right, so we're good here, but it just feels like right in here, it's like it's coming down. It's like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's strong enough. So I need to put another piece up in here. So put another piece up in here like so. And then I have to put another wood. I think there's a wood in here because I want this to be a little up. I don't want this leaning down, so I do not want to lose my projector. So let's see if we can get a piece of wood or something in there a little better. The good thing about it is, I mean, you could leave something dirty. When I drop off my supplies sometimes, with some of my stuff, they'll drop it off right in the driveway. And it'll stay out there. Nobody will touch it. It'll stay right out there. Nobody will touch it. But, there you go. Okay, we'll get this underneath there. So you got this. Can you get 2 in there? Like that? Right, this'll work, this'll work. Man, the remote controls come in handy. I got so many of them remote controls laying around the house that I use them for nothing. And half of them don't even work for half the stuff that I have around here. And that's good that I can use it for that. So right here, what you're trying to curious going on. See right here, see that ledge right there is leaning down a little bit. I don't want the projector to lean down. I need it to stay straight up. So I'm using a couple of those remote controls to push it up to even up. Because remember, this is a windowsill, so it has a bit of a slant to it. So that's what we're doing there. Making sure we have it a little better stable. Let me get 2 more remote controls. Come in, play. I know I get some people saying, but you're using your remote controls. Literally, this is half of the remote controls that I have from the LED lights. This is brand new in the pack, never even touched. From all the LED lights that I have installed in the house, I got stacks of these all over the house. They come in handy one way or another. No, to tell you the truth, to be honest here, I need to, and this is, I should have did this to begin with. I should be taking the batteries out of these because I can use the batteries just in case if I have to go in and use them. There you go. That's perfect right there. Because I can use the batteries, you know, later on. You know, you never know. Batteries might go down, and you need batteries. And the batteries might work for something else useful. You never know what you might be using it for. It's a good feeling to know you're alive. It's just a happy feeling. Don't worry, that song stuck in my head today, so you know, it's been one of those days. Know you're alive. If you wake up ready to say, it's a happy day. Chances are, to think of with all the security cameras I have wrapped around my house, this is probably some new camera that I'm installing in. That's what they probably think. Sometimes they do think that way. But I would never put a camera this big in. You would be able to see it. Point. This is for our sunbathing projection screen setup. Yes. So we're going to get ourselves some heavy Velcro. That's what we're doing right now, some heavy Velcro. I need my staple gun too. I should have bought that up. The staple gun. We're going to put it, let me see, the heavy Velcro. How much do we need for this? We need enough for the length of the projector, so we just need it from here to here. I'm going to make sure I don't cover up any air holes when I'm doing this. Now this is not permanently going to be outside. This is just outside if I decide to do those demonstrations. You know what I mean? I want to do that demonstration where we're going to be projecting from outside the house into inside the house with ambient light. That's what we're going to be doing. Fun way with ambient lights. That's my size that I want right there. All right. The moment of truth. It could drop and it could never come back. I don't know. That's good. Okay. There we go. That's an anchor screw. That's a big one to make sure it stays so I don't lose my equipment. Be careful about buying screws off of Amazon because sometimes you get a box of screws and they may be bent. So be careful about that. I've got screws over there and they were bent. Okay, spend the money for the good ones. That's not going anywhere. Not at all. All right, so let's grab some my staple gun. I'll be back. All right, so we're going to build us this summer a squirrel sanctuary equipped with all kinds of Wi-Fi cameras and a server. We're going to build our own customized server for this thing. I got plenty of room to play with my outdoor inflatable screens. I got a giant alleyway to play with. So I'm good. Got a huge alleyway. Or not alleyway, I say driveway. Sorry about that. More driveway than alleyway. It's connected to the house. So I got plenty of time I can play with that. So I can go up screens and never play. But that's going to be for my squirrels. All right. I know some of you are thinking like, what if he does all this and it doesn't even work? Actually, interesting thing, if you watched the last video, I actually stuck the projector out the window the same length of where the stand was at, and the image pulled up anyway. Just want to tell you that real quick. I know it's a thought sometimes. Now this has sticky on the end of this, but just in case. Oh, I'm telling you, that's a long way down. But we're going to staple it down too to make sure it stays. Sometimes sticky doesn't always stick. Sometimes sticky has a mind of its own. Okie doke, that's good. That's so that when I pull it up, the Velcro doesn't come with it as I pull it up, you know what I mean? Because like I said, it already sticks to a certain degree. But if I have it stapled down, that means when I go to pull off my projector, that doesn't come up with it too. See how amazing how God allows you to build things as you go along? I didn't even think about that until I went downstairs and grabbed that. Thank you, Jesus, for the wonderful idea. Now, let's get the opposite side. Opposite side of our Velcro. There should be the furry end of it all. Well, that's not going to be enough right there. What we got there. Alright, we got this right here. That's good. Let me cut some of this off. Dope. That's done. All right. Now, my friend, he's building the drones for me, and I am actually building the servers that actually the drones will be used to monitor and control and all the other cool stuff they'll be able to do, like voice and face recognition software and digital mapping and all that cool stuff. So they'll have that capability to do that. And I will be building the docking station. Allows them to be able to charge. It's a nice cool project to work on. I don't have to register any of them because they're not going to be flying outside their area or their jurisdiction. I will, on the other hand, want them to, I talked to my friend already, I do want them to be VR friendly, which means I want to be able to control them through VR, which would be nice. So that would be cool. Remote control access, like most like when they do drones. Well, I guess it's a drone, but I told people, look, they first started off with little toy drones and people thought they were cute and all this other stuff, you know what I mean? They do stuff like that. I mean, I hate to bring the government into this, but sometimes they introduce stuff to make it a little bit more easier for you to accept when you start seeing drones in a different form. Like, you see drones as cute little toys that kids would play with, you know what I mean? And now you start bringing out more professional drones that can go farther and higher and so forth. And then they start bringing out restrictions on where you can have your drone and where you can fly it. And then you have to license and register it. And then I said, people are used to seeing drones, just used to it. And then one day, you're going to pop up and you're going to see a police drone. You're going to see a drone sitting on the corner with flashing lights and with a badge attached to it. Yep. But You know, it's not something you're going to go into shock over because you're used to seeing drones. You're used to seeing them. And I can imagine with cars being using electrical outlet. When you have electrical cars and stuff like that, I mean, you use an AMP and you can basically shut a car down just like that. One of those units. Completely just shut the car down. All right, we're done here. Let's go from there. Some people don't want to hear that. Hey, we live in the digital age. Somebody made some, I remember 2020 did some, they did some documentary, they did some review on how many cameras are actually watching you a day. Literally how many cameras, digital cameras watch you every single day. And people don't realize that there are cameras literally in places that you don't even know that are watching you every single day. Temple University, for instance, I used to walk through Temple University from my house to the other end to Broad and Columbia, catch the subway, catch the bus, sorry, and go to back to my old neighborhood over in Strawberry Mansion to visit some friends. And never really looked up. You know, people usually don't look up. You know what I mean? You don't really think about it. And then one day I just happened to look up and I must have saw and counted 9, 10 cameras as I was walking down that was patrolling that entire area. And I'm pretty sure them cameras had face recognition software and point and click and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure they had all that technology was there already. But people don't realize that every time you walk into an establishment or business or company or train station or airport, whatever, there's a camera right there recording you. And some of those cameras basically can click on your face and basically use face recognition software. It'll scan your face to a database and until it comes to a match. And if you took a picture anywhere, and I mean anywhere, DMV, any place you took a picture, it's going to come up somewhere. We live in the digital age, you know? Now, if you look at the age where my mother grew up at, I mean, you had filing cabinets. There were no such thing as computers or none of that stuff. How they caught people back then, I don't even know. To tell you the truth, that took 100% good old-fashioned police work and detective work because we didn't have the technology we have now. Today, people now, they have phone cameras on their phones and stuff, and they incriminate themselves by doing things on camera and recording it. And they use that same evidence against you in court. And there's no way to argue it. How do you argue it? That's you on the camera right there. There's no way to get around that nonsense. No way. You can hire a lawyer, and the lawyer, like, the only thing I can do for you, like, you're not going to win it. I can just lessen the amount of damage you're going to take. That's pretty much all I can do for you. That's pretty much what they're going to tell you. I can try to minimize the damage, but you are going to get something out of it. That's all to it. Let's see. Make sure we got everything here. Okay, see what? And it's like heavy duty Velcro. It might pull off my, thing will shake the freaking whatchamacallit, how heavy this stuff is. If you ever want to get some heavy duty Velcro for doing some everyday jobs around the house, you can get a roll of this stuff over at Amazon for around 12 bucks. That's it. You make your own Velcro squares or however way you want to make it. You get two sides of it. You get the, I don't know, I call it the sticky and the fuzzy. So that's what I call them. I'm sorry, but that's what I call it. So you get two sides of it like this. And you can make your own form of customized Velcro squares or however way you do it. And this stuff is stronger than the 3M. Much stronger than the 3M. If you're ever wondering on this projector how you get to the lamp, that's how you get to the lamp on the projector. It's right there on the back. If you ever decide to buy one of these. Ooh, it's cold. It's cold, it's cold. It's cold, it's cold. Whew. Who does this? Who does this? Apparently I do. see what we need to do here. Got a little bit of a tangled up mess going on over here right now. Hold on. What is this? And why is this all tangled around this? And why is this there? This is my massager. It's all caught up here like that. I don't know why. It's a mess. Okay, got an intertangled mess going on over here. Good gracious. My goodness, that was all tangled up in there. What in the world? Okay, we're good. I'm gonna make sure we got enough. Our charge is at 9%. So where's my power supply for this too? Okay, come on, where are you at? Okay. So I gotta go to this untanglement. Now we gotta buy me another fire stick for this unit. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's not gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna go anywhere. So we just got to do is find the remote control that activates this one. It's this one right here, right? Is it this one? Alright, I got to go through remote control bingo. Oh, there we go, we found it. There we go. Got to give it a chance to warm up. It's an old projector. It's an old timer, an old projector. This is why you need lens shifts so badly. So let me see if we can move it over a little bit. It's got the Velcro. The heavy duty Velcro. Whoa! Man, this Velcro is really good. Alright. Oh, man, you don't want to come to you. Alright, okay. Do this the hard way. Well, it ain't going anywhere, I'll tell you that much. Having a really good, difficult time getting the Velcro to come up. It doesn't want to budge. Wow. Man, this stuff is really heavy duty. I'm going to have to bring it forward. Alright, cool. I had a bit of a time there trying to get the Velcro to move with me. So let me see what we got going on here. After that, we can get them to move over. Let's see what we got. Man, that is hard to do. So I have to move it a little farther over in order to get to fit where I need to fit. My screen, like I said, no lens shift capability on this projector whatsoever. We got it right there. We need to get it so we can move it a little farther over. I could position and move the screen over, but it depends on how far my screen is over. Let me see where my screen is sitting at. On here. Yeah, we're at the very end of the screen. That's not going to work. Where do we got to get this at? All right. Got an idea that may work. Gonna have to do a bit of a modification here. I'm gonna grab my projector and bring it in right now. We need it there. So in order to get it there, half of the projector is gonna have to be right there. So I'm gonna have to put another piece right there in the center so we can move the projector over. That's what we're gonna have to do. Other than that, with the Velcro and all, it ain't going anywhere with the Velcro. So I just stuck that thing in. I had a time pulling that up. Good thing I did staple the other end. So I'm going to put you guys in here. So I'm going to charge you up. Caught you just in time. Sorry about that. Put you right in here. And I am going to go downstairs, cut me another piece to put in the center of that so we can get that done. No choice. I'm certain in modifications. We'll get it done. Alright, we got 2 pieces of wood cut already downstairs, so we can extend our legs right there and there. So, one right there, and one right there. Now allow me to move my projector a little bit more without it falling down there. So let's put those in right now. Later on, I'll come with some black paint and just paint it all in nice and black. Let's see. Let me see, is it worth the effort? Yeah, it's worth the effort. If you're going to be testing your stuff out and showing your stuff as ambient light projection, yeah, it's worth the effort. Definitely worth the effort. Problem is you got so many people cutting corners. Like I said, cutting corners. Don't want to do demonstrations right. I go the extra mile to make sure I show you. And we can do this. Can build a stand outside his house for a projection screen setup. Is that crazy or what? I'm using much smaller screws because, as I said before, I have quite a few birds that like to hang around outside of my house. I don't want them crawling up underneath this and getting pricked by a screw, so I'm making sure none of the screws stick out so they don't harm any of the birds. That should be nice enough for me able to move it over a little bit. Here we go. Perfect. Alright, need a little bit more. I got you guys in the way of the spraying hose mat. Get a little bit more over. Put you guys over here. I'm going to disconnect you out of this power unit right here. So it's going to have you dangling a bit and put you back over in there. It's a lot better. Got to bring it a little farther in. Oh, Jack. Get the tangle on your leg. Where's my heavy Velcro at? Just had it. There we go. Let me cut scissors. I make modifications sometimes. Well, I was dizzy, not dizzy anymore. Guess this worked out. Thank you, Lord. And we need some of these sticky. I think what I'm going to do is later on, I'm probably going to get me one of those ties that you tighten up around and just basically put me a loop system. This just for the time being. Another idea came to me from the Lord. I'm going to put a nice loop here, here, and then I can put a bungee cord, or I can basically have something to tighten it up so I can lock it in place, but I can move it back and forth. But we're just working what we got for right now. Do this demonstration. I know I got some naysayers in here watching on my channel. They usually come and they're always curious to see what I'm doing or what I'm working on. You're welcome to come in. You've just been disabled. You can't speak. That's all. And that's all. You're disabled, you can't speak. Now, anytime you have any more talk of somebody, we're going to do this demonstration. He'll have to do this demonstration. We'll have to pass this demonstration. Oh, they're going to get much crazier than this. We got some crazy ideas this year. Crazy ideas. Crazy ideas this year. Alright, that's the wrong side to whatever that was. Give me this right here. Who does this? Who does this? Sorry, I'm having fun. Question. Is he mad? Is he absolutely mad? Who does this? Alright, let's see how far we can go over now. Okay. Make sure we got everything going, because we don't want any problems on this part right here. Alright, so everything like it wants to hook each other or fall over. So let's see what we got. Really? I think I'm that far over and I'm still not even hitting half the screen. We need lens shift on everything. Every projector should have lens shift on it, literally. Look at this craziness. Now my projector's hanging halfway off. That's insane, isn't it? That's scaring the crap out of me right now. Telling you the truth, that's honestly freaking me out. I have it hanging over halfway like that. It's freaking me out, man. If that would have fallen off, that'd be done. I'm gonna have to build me another bridge in there. Look at that. Look how that's hanging off of there. Is that crazy or what? Am I asking for it? But it actually fits. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Alright, I'm going to have to build me an extension. I have to build me an extension from there to there. Yeah. Oh, it's not going anywhere. Yeah. That literally is not going anywhere. I tried to lift that. That would rip that whole entire piece out. That's going to tell you some very heavy Velcro. There we go. There we go. Got our projection screen halfway out the window. Look, there's sunlight making contact in the front right there. Is hitting it right there. Sunlight's hitting. And we're still maintaining an image at 1,000 lumens. That's ambient light rejection technology right there. Heck, I'll give you freaking screen paint, anyone, for a freaking year. If you could find anyone, any big company out there doing this demonstration right now. Any one of them. And look at this. There's sunlight hitting right there. That's actually killing. That's 1,000 lumens outside right now. Well, he lost his mind. Is he mad? Maybe. Maybe just a little. Just a little mad. Maybe just a little. Wow, that is freaking. That is just so sick. That is amazing. I'm just gonna bungee cord this baby down, just in case I don't want to lose my stuff here. All right. We're gonna go with bunging this. Because it's in there. It's not pretty. It's not going to go anywhere. That's definitely not going to go anywhere, but I don't want to lose my projector. Just in case. I'm going to strap this down. This would be nice. Oh, no, because I'll be pushing it. If I do it that way, I'm definitely going to be pushing it. Definitely asking for it. So what if I put a piece here in the front, like so, and then I bring that around this side here. Can I reach that up there? Can I reach that and it swing a little bit more? Let's see if I can get her up there. Here we go. My neighbors are probably thinking, like, what is he building now? What is he building? Does that interfere with my picture? Let me see something for a minute. I'm in the middle interfering with my picture. But I'm wondering, is that interfering with my picture? All right. So I got to tighten on that one side with the bungee right there. Just want to make sure. Oh man, this is epic. This is epic. Starfield demonstration. Are you ever going to get that? YouTube. Starfield demonstration. There you go, people. Starfield demonstration on my screen while my projector sits outside my window with sunlight hitting right there in the front. Look at that. It's not even done yet. We're not even done yet. We're still missing the 180 watt lamp, the 130 watt lamp. We got to do that one. Come on, baby. Click. There we go. Boom. There we go. Man. Look at that. Look at that. There's my challenge. Got my challenge to Crow. There you go. Complete this by tomorrow. There's your challenge. Projector outside my window. I just sat there and said we're going to do it outside the window with sunlight hitting it. Travel through the room. Hit the screen with a 130 watt light in the middle of the screen. Produce our Starfield demonstration. And I told you at the end of the day, what did I say? If I say it, I got to do it. There you go. I back up my work. I do. 100%. I back up my work. Let's go take a look at the angle gain. Sitting outside in the sun. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. outside in the sun. Yes, that's why we call it, we're going to call it the ambient light rejection projector sunbather. Because my projector's out there, look at that, getting a nice tan on my sun. Look at that projector's getting a nice tan out there. Sun's coming up on it. It's nice and bright. Look at the image is still holding. Only 1,000 lumens. And y'all call yourself having ambient light rejection technology. How the guy put it? He said, my windows are open. Not to go down, not to keep ranking on them, but your windows are open. This is what we put our technology through. And your windows are open. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is what I mean by doing things on the next level. You know, talking about ambient light rejections and environments. Look at this lights. We just got the overhead lights on. Let's put something else on. What do we got? 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 So Mr. Bird's hyped up. Mr. Bird has to calm himself down because Mr. Bird cannot get out. But I love it. I love it when you got to be able to push your technology to the edge. What can it do? What's its capability? Man, I'm telling you, y'all, it's busy. Like I said, not saying y'all, but people who do this, y'all so busy trying to dodge a light. We're trying to get the screen to take in more. 4K snow demonstration. 4K snow screensaver. You had a nerve to do a video demonstration. I'm talking about you, Crow. Had a nerve to do a video demonstration of you basically pointing out the errors in my technology, 17 technology. And I was able to level your screen at 4,300 lumens sitting right up on top of that screen. You couldn't even complete this one. Look at this. I can show your white levels, no problem whatsoever. Can you pull a contrast demonstration on this level? This is your challenge for today. Stuck the projector outside. So that means that sunlight is directly hitting right on top of the projector, which means that if it starts off at 1,000 lumens, it's being cut down even lower because there's sunlight right directly in front of the projector. And that still has to travel through all this environment, hit that overhead light, hit that 130 watt light, and still maintain an image. And these are 17s. Even more shocking. I'm shocked that the fire stick is actually picking up outside, because most of the time I have issues with fire sticks not wanting to pick up. Can you dig that? Look at that. My white levels. We got to weigh this one here. My white levels. So I can show you my white levels with no problem. I can show you snow with no problem. But what I need to see from your screen, I need to see those contrast levels. I need to see that star field demonstration being pulled up. That's what I need to see. And now I up the bar a little bit more, because now you got to put the projector outside your window. So I'm going to show you the white levels. I'll pass on through. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Sit there and told you I didn't want to do it. See, my Lord's technology is amazing. I don't have to worry about that. You know what? I did this right on live. This is done right on live. So consider the fact that I did this on live. You watched me build the stand, stick the projector out there and do the demonstration, go downstairs and get the 130 watt light, stick that in the middle screen on live, which means at any given time, this could have failed. This might not have worked up. Screen might not have picked up. Nothing. Now, a lot of stuff could have happened. Projector could have fell off the side and got broken. Stand might not have been put together quite. A lot of things could have happened. But I sat there and told you. God gave me the blueprints. He put it in my head. He told me exactly what to do. Can't have any doubt. You got to have faith in God. You got to have faith. I'm not afraid of the technology failing on any level because God is the one that actually designed it. It's His technology. Let's go over and check out some 4K animals. Nope, do it again. 4K animals. Why is that cat in the toilet now? I gotta think. Oh yeah, the cat used to sleep in the toilet. It's weird. I had a weird cat used to sleep in the toilet. Literally. There you go. So let's see. We got direct sunlight on the projector. It's still got to travel a little distance from here, come inside the environment from outside, hit all this ambient light. We still got window lights on both windows being open, and it's going to have to hit 130 watt light and pass through it and still hit the screen and maintain an image that you can see. Now, you know why I can do this easily? Because again, like I said, these are 17s. This technology can pull an image outside at 16 feet easily. Easily. You've seen with the 17, we had the 17, this is a signature, 17 signature, but you've seen that 17, we make that call that infinity black slate. A screen pulled an image at 16 feet back on a 1,000 lumen projector easily. But this one has direct sunlight right on top of the projector to make the lumen count drop even faster. I am finished today. Thank you for the orders, people who put orders in. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We're going to be shipping out on Saturday to get you guys taken care of. If you're interested in screen paint, I guess you place an order because, like I said, we're only going to do 32 containers. This right here are signature blackout cloths, just to let you know. This is not a paint. This is a physical blackout cloth. So this is for people who basically may not want to paint on their walls or just not be handy with painting. This is a blackout cloth surface. Now the reason why the projector is in 4.3, if any of you are wondering, the projector I'm using behind me was manufactured in 1999. It is an old projector. It discontinued in 1999. It only does 4.3, that's all it's old. Sorry about that, I'm sitting right in front of this picture. It's very, very old. There's a projector. We call it the Sunbather. That's the reason why it's called the Sunbather. That's why the stands called a Sunbather. Now you see the light pushing out? As that light starts to reach that window sill, that means when the light comes up from the projector, it has that much ambient light coming in and hitting it. That little bit of sunlight is enough right there to wash the screen out completely. So that means how high is the gain on the screen? It has to be extremely high in order for that projector to travel outside through sunlight, come through here in that well-lit environment, and then hit the screen with 130 and come back and show you an image. TCL demonstrations. And the reason why we show you the white levels first, because we can show our screen can do white levels. Then we show you color, and then we show you the contrast demonstrations, which they don't like because they can't do the contrast demonstrations because their screens can't pull up contrast. So that way, when we hand out these challenges, they don't think they can just cheat and get around it by doing contrast demonstrations where there's a lot of white light peppered out through that contrast level, and they can get away with it by saying, oh look, I just did a contrast level. No, you got to do a star field. That's the demonstration. That was what we're requesting, a star field. So Crow, there's your challenge right there. You got a day to complete it. You can do it today, you can do it tomorrow, it doesn't make a difference. Stand's pretty easy to build. It's just basically a couple of sticks of wood put together. You can mount that outside your whatchamacallit and throw that up on. You get the same projector I have over here, so that shouldn't be an issue. You own that projector too. And those blinds you got, push those things all the way up. You should be able to turn around and be able to see outside your window crystal clear with no problem whatsoever. You got a nice parking lot down there. You should see the top of some of those cars down there. Have your lights on, and that environment has to be nice and bright, and you have to display a star field demonstration. Don't cut any corners on it, please. Go by the book. If not, we'll put your screen up there and we'll test it ourselves. And the next time, and not to be rude to anybody, but next time somebody wants to basically belittle our technology and say you're in the same field that we are, we'll put you through the ringer, like we're putting them through right now. It's got to do these test demonstrations. You compare yourself to our technology, do the test. Complete the same thing we're doing. If not, we'll do it for you. I already have 2 orders being placed already for the Cinemax and the, I'm leaving that Frankenstein alone. I'm leaving that thing alone. We're going to get the Cinemax and something else I think they ordered. They want it. And then on the other hand, if you can find any companies out there right now that are doing the exact same demonstration, we'll give you free paint for a year. Anything you want, you will get it free for a year if you can show me one company doing this demonstration. And it can't be just done. It's got to be a previous demonstration of any company doing it. Got to show those angles too, man. So next time somebody says, oh, but you're doing your demonstration on 4300 lumen projectors, I'll just shoot this to you. That's how good the ambient light is in our technology. Keep in mind, as I said before, my Lord and Savior is the one that gave me the ability to be able to design this. This is his technology. And if you want to challenge his technology, you got to be prepared that you will go through challenges. If you consider yourself to be as good as we are, you should have no problem doing the demonstration just like I just did it. I told you when you were doing that demonstration, trying to point out on that 235.1 we was displaying, trying to point out the faults on our screen. I said, you don't want to do that, man. I'll throw a challenge at you, man. It'll bury you. It'll bury you. And this is the one that's going to bury you. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do the demonstration right now. He's not going to do it at all. Guarantee you. He's not going to do it. Air feels good today. We haven't even got outside yet. Sunbather, look at it's taking in all that light. So now it's got to push through this. Just that little bit of light right there alone, right there. Well, you know what this is designed for? So when that projector shoots out from the door, it has to go through that sunlight. That sunlight is going to kill that 1000 lumens quick. It's going to travel through here. Still going to maintain in this well-lit environment with all this window light pushing it against the screen, and whatever's left of that 1000 lumens, it's going to have to make contact and hit that screen, push through the 130 watt lamp, and that screen's going to have to gather whatever's left or whatever's coming off that projector and be to generate a bright enough image so you can see it coming right back at you. Now, if I can do this on 1,000 lumens under this kind of stress, then pretty much your projectors are going to run off this with no problem whatsoever. As long as they're name brand, we don't support knockoffs on this technology. I had an interesting conversation. I'm not going to say who or what the name is or who it may be. But I had an interesting conversation. Someone had sent us an email. We called them. And they said they were redirected here. I'm like, redirected by who? Apparently they were redirected by Crow. Crow is redirecting customers our way. Do me a favor. Don't do that. We don't want your customers. We don't want them. Don't do that. We don't want your customers. Because any customers come here and they say Crow referred you, we're not giving you business. I'm sorry, but we're not. At all. Period. You will be denied right from the door. If you make an order, your money will be sent back to your account. We don't want the business from them. That you deal with Crow only. If you've been doing business with them, you do business with them, but you won't get any business from us. Like I said, I'm not in the business to take people's customers and never will be. Never will be. God blesses me with more than enough on my table. Like I said, at the end of the day, when we test out his product, it's not to tell you not to buy from him. Go ahead and buy from the man. Go buy paint from him. We're just showing you on our end that his technology is not on our level. It does work. As I said, it does. It does work if you're using it against a white screen or whatever, so forth. It does work. But against our technology, no, it doesn't. Our technology is a little different. We don't fit in the same category as everybody else. But at the end of the day, like I said, it works. You know what I mean? You just got to be a little more honest to his customers. I'd have just sat there and said that, well, look, it's not ambient light rejection. If it's not ambient light rejection, you should never, ever be using it in a room and trying to portray it that is ambient light rejection or the contrast levels are equal to our technology. You should never do that. Keep it within your category. But I'm not going to tell people now whatever's going on with that Metallica mix and whatever that's for y'all to figure out. I just showed you what I found out on my end. I'm not going to go any farther with that. That's for y'all to figure out. I don't buy his products, so like I said, I do buy his products for testing, but other than that, the reason why his products did get tested, because like I told him before, if you're going to compare your stuff to us, we're going to put you through the same crazy testing our screens have to go through. Now, if you can't withstand our testing over here, we already know from the door you can't make our products. You can't make our products as you've been trying to do, because you would have to do all the tests for every product that basically you tried to make. Your own stuff can't run through our tests. What makes you think you can make our products and have it run through it? That means you would have to do a side-by-side demonstration of your technology and what you made from us. And if your screens can't get through our testing, sure enough, whatever you made in that mixed up batch of yours is not going to pass either. So you're not going to do that. But like I said, this product does work. Not saying it doesn't. It does work. But next to us, it's not on our level of technology. And you can sit there and say his product is the best. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. But at the end of the day, when you look at my demonstrations and the challenges that we give out, they're never matched. Saying is one thing, doing is another. I'm going to have to get up there and paint this stand all black, put some LED lights. So I might put some landing strips on it for the projector. I might do that, some landing strips on it. That came out quite nice. We're at what? We're 12 noon, ain't we? We're at 12 noon? Yeah, we're around 12 noon right now. I'll be a little later than that. And this is the screen projecting at 12 noon. 12 noon around the time. I find what time it is. I can go downstairs and find out one of the units downstairs. Yeah, you got caught up in this screen right here because I said you did that demonstration against my 235.1 and try to take apart my video. You kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. Well, that's why you got thrown against the 17. And now you got a challenge on your hands. It's another challenge for you. Go downstairs for a minute. Turn right here for a minute. You can stare at Big Blue over there. Man, I tell you something, boy. People are crazy. So, I'm about to start putting a marker out there from now on. A 6 feet marker. Because, man, I'm telling you. So, I'll tell you what that. Somebody's parked right in the middle of my driveway. I'll come outside, figuring out who the freak is this. In the middle of my driveway, get out there, and the guy's delivering my packages to me. So I'm sitting outside because I'm figuring out what's he doing. Why is he in the driveway right there? And he comes over, he has this package. I guess my tea, so my imported tea comes up. And he's going to bring the package to me and hand it to me with no mask on. No mask on. He's going to hand it right to me. I'm like, no, man, back up 6 feet. Drop the package right there at the edge of the driveway. All right, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Come on, man. Sitting up there in the hospital with a respirator. Keep in mind, people think, okay, yeah, because there's a vaccine out, and not to go off topic. We know this happens in my videos all the time. I always go off topic. But people have to understand, yeah, there's a vaccine out. There's multiple vaccines out. But still, at the end of the day, you still got to mask up. Still got to wash your hands. Still got to bleach down your stuff. Because keep in mind that it takes a while for that vaccine to set in. So your body everybody can become immune to it, like the common flu or something like that. You know what I mean? It takes a while. See, we still got to go. Even people say it's going to take 3 years. It may 2 years, 3 years. Before this, talking about the entire world was infected. It's not one state, it's not one country. The entire world got infected with this virus. So you're talking about, even with the vaccines out, you're still going to have to mask up. There's still going to be restrictions in place. It's going to be there. Probably not as heavy as they were before, but it's still going to be there. This is something you're going to be living through for 3-4 years. So it's going to take time for it to finally circulate, marinate, and get to the point where, bottom line, it becomes an everyday part of the thing. Keep in mind, when the flu came in, it killed thousands and millions of people before it actually got to the point we got immune to it. We're not immune to it. We still get sick, but you know what I'm talking about. Not to the point where it just wipes out millions and millions and millions of people. But it took a while for basically for that to settle into our system. In our ecosystem, there's all kinds of viruses and bacteria that we haven't been exposed to yet. That's why when you take a flight from one country to the next, you have to give you all these shots, because you never know what's waiting over there for you, and vice versa. But come on, it's going, like I said, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a long while for things to get back to normal. A long, long while. I hate to bust your bubble on that, people. Like I said, but the good thing about it is, what they're having with these vaccines is basically going to slow down our death rate. God, thank you so much. And so many people died over that. So many people. And that's why so much more to be careful about how you handle things and how you do things in life, because you affect other people. People don't think. All right. I got to clean my mess up in here. This is a total, complete mess down here. And I got to get this all straightened up and cleaned up because it's driving me crazy. All right. With that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I just had to do that demonstration. And I left my projector up there on the ledge, which I'm not worrying about. It's good. It's good. It's not going anywhere. Unless I see cables and wires come down the other end. Other than that, like, dang, going to wreck my projector. But I ain't worried about that. God is good. He always gives me amazing ideas. So, yeah, we built it. It's upstairs. It's done. We do demonstrations off that. Now we can start taking our projector and sticking it outside. All right. Thank you all for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I got to go, and God bless.